Hello teachers, today I'm going to walk you through how to use Explain Everything. This app is easy to navigate for students and for teachers. Explain Everything is a screencasting and interactive whiteboard tool that allows you to annotate, animate, narrate, import, and export almost anything and everything on your iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on Explain Everything. When I open up Explain Everything, I'm going to go ahead and start a new project. So up in the top left-hand corner, I'm going to choose the plus sign. I'm going to choose my color template. And here you will see the white space for my interactive collection to get started. On here, I have a variety of options, tool options over on my left-hand side. I can choose to click on the little hand, and that allows me later on to move around images or text. I can click on the pencil tool, and that allows me to draw. I can click on the letter A, and that will allow me to type. I can click down on the plus sign right here with the little paper, and that allows me to insert a new project. I'm going to go ahead and do that for us to get started. So I'm going to choose existing photo or video. I'm going to go ahead and then bring in a Popplet that I just created in Popplet Lite. And the reason why I want to bring this image in is because I want to show you how you could create a voiceover animation for your Popplet. Down at the very bottom, you'll see that I have a circle, a red circle. If I tap on that, it allows me to start recording my voice. I can start to identify the mind map text and images that I have connected to my spring thinking map. I could articulate and say that when I think of spring, I choose to think about baseball, new animals such as a baby chick, and fresh flowers. When I'm done with my recording, I click on my pause button, and you'll notice that I created a 24-second audio clip about my image. The neat thing that I could then do with this is I could go ahead and I could export it to a variety of different places. I'll show you a few of those options. I could export my image to my camera roll, to my photo, a photo to my email, a PDF, for example, if I wanted to put it into iBooks, or I could go ahead and tap on More, and that would allow me to put it into Google Drive, Dropbox, Evernote, or onto the tablet. I could also go ahead and export the movie, which is what I created, being that I have a voiceover. I could export this to my camera roll, YouTube, or my More options over on the side, which is Dropbox, Google Drive, Evernote, and to my iPad. I could also go ahead and save my project and then export it as well. I'm going to go back to do Save Project and enter in a title here called Spring and export to Google Drive, and I'm going to leave it as a project. And the reason why I want to leave it as a project is so that if I was working with a partner, for example, my partner could then go into his or her Google Drive and open up this project and add in their thinking or their work around this same mind map connected to spring. I will go ahead and show you that. I'm going to go into my Google Drive. And once that opens up, you'll see that I have a Spring XPL file. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that and click on Open In, Explain Everything. Now, Explain Everything has opened up the spring mind map that I started on my iPad, but now I have shared it with my partner. Then my partner could go ahead and click on the little paper with the plus sign, and they could add an existing photo or video. Maybe my partner has made a mind map about a rainforest environment. Press done. Now my partner has her mind map on here, and she could go ahead and start doing her voiceover recording so our teacher could see both of our projects into one Explain Everything movie. The other neat thing that Explain Everything allows you to do, I'm going to go back to my home here. I'm going to go ahead and say no, that I don't want to save it at this time because this is just for practice. The other neat thing that you can do as a classroom teacher is you can create an Explain Everything project and share it with your students. One example is a water cycle sequence that I have here. You could have students, for example, to put their images into the water cycle order and annotate which part of the cycle image fits and why. Students could create or explain their thinking to you and export this as a movie up to Google Drive or as an email for you. Another example, teachers, that you could do is you could create a list group label for students to identify their thinking or share their thinking with you regarding a variety of topics that you're covering in your classroom. One last example is a math example. This is an example of how you could identify your students' thinking regarding balancing of equations. So students could manipulate and move these blocks around if you were to share this project with them through Google Drive, for example. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my home button here. I'm going to say no, I don't want to save it because it is just practice for today. You also, teachers, could create a word study template, for example, and you could create a QR code that takes students to another layer of your directions. And this provides students the opportunity to personalize their own learning, to learn at their own pace, and to then submit their assignment to you once they complete it. Teachers, I hope you've seen a variety of ways that you can use Explain Everything to share your understanding with students, or vice versa, for your students to share their experiences and understandings with you. As always, if you have any further questions or would like any other coaching support, please contact your iLearn specialist.